Now, something that starts with a very sad story but ends in something marvellous. You might remember last year, this was just awful, the death of a young Devon woman, Joanna Toole, in last year's Ethiopian plane crash. But it set in train a number of events which have resulted in a fantastic legacy. Her legacy is ocean conservation work, and it lives on. Joanna spent her early life in Exmouth, and she worked on global ghost gear initiatives, which is all about ridding the sea of discarded fishing lines and other debris, and we know now how important that is. Her father, Adrian, set up the Joanna Toole Foundation to continue that work, and now the first internship bearing Joanna's name has begun. It's thousands of miles across the Atlantic Ocean, and there Jenna Schwerzman is starting a 6-month project. She told me all about how she first got into this line of work.
I'm originally from upstate New York, so nowhere near the ocean, but I was always drawn to it as a kid growing up whenever we would take a vacation or visit an aquarium. So I kind of had it in the back of my mind, but wasn't totally sure at first. I went to Stony Brook University, which is the only state school in New York with any marine science programs, as far as I know. And so that was definitely part of my decision in school, but I still wasn't sure about really going for the degree. And then, as I started to take different classes, it just became more and more clear to me that I should go for this field. So I graduated with my bachelor's in marine vertebrate biology. After graduating, it was still really hard to find a job. I applied to so many. I even got rejected from a few unpaid positions, believe it or not. It's a really hard field to succeed in just with education. You really need experience and connections, and you can't form those connections without giving your time to internships like these. But I ended up going back to school at Stony Brook University again for my master's. And at the same time, I started working for my last employer part-time for Cornell Cooperative Extension, mostly on local conservation projects around Long Island, various different things, including shellfish restoration and water quality improvement projects and some research. I still wanted to work on bigger issues. I got into this field because I was passionate about topics like marine debris and sustainable seafood. When I saw that the Joanna Toole internship was advertised, it just seemed like a perfect fit. It tied in all of my top interests, and it was an opportunity to work with organizations that I have admired for a really long time. So it was too good not to at least try, and it ended up working out. I feel that my combination of research and outreach experience was perfect for the role, and I'm really happy I took the opportunity. It feels really good to work on issues that are important to me and to play a small role in helping to find solutions for ghost gear.
Oh, definitely. We certainly need that. Did you know anything about Joanna Toole specifically, though, and her interest in ocean conservation?
Before the internship, no, I had not heard of her or the unfortunate way that her life and career ended too soon. But since I started, I've learned a lot about her. I've read and heard all great things, and I know she was a highly respected leader in this field.
What do you think Joanna would have made of this project? It sounds like she would have been really proud of what you're doing.
I would hope so. I don't know what she might have wanted. I think that the main goal for creating this internship was to elevate young women in the field who are maybe like her. I heard she had, this kind of quiet leadership about her, and she would find herself in conferences and other important settings where her work needed to be done, and she might only be the only woman there. So I think that was the main intention of creating this internship, and I would hope that she would want it to be a long-lasting experience that would help young women really take the next step in their career.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like you are a brilliant advocate for that, Jenna. And I really hope, you enjoy the next 6 months. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, I've been here for about a month now, and it's been great so far. I am really looking forward to moving up to Provincetown. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the format of the internship, but right now I am working with Ocean Conservancy and the Global Ghost Gear Initiative team. So that is for the first 3 months. And then in August, the plan is for me to go up to Provincetown, Massachusetts, and work at the Center for Coastal Studies. And I'm not sure how COVID has changed plans for that. The original plan was to get me out in the field and help retrieve some gear, but now the season has changed. So, but yeah, all of it is really interesting to me, and I'm learning so much already.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, Jenna, and really glad that people like you were out there trying to make our oceans healthier. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jenna.